Good morning, everyone. This is Anjali and Nicole back with you on a Friday. Right, Nicole? Today is what day?
Podcast day.
Yes, and today is happens to be Friday, our favorite day of the week. Today we are diving back again into our favorite book, The Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins. As you all know, we've already discussed a few chapters of this book, and we are enjoying going deeper and deeper. In chapter 5, the title is The Seven Lies of Success. Anthony Robbins described it as seven lies. But when he dives in, he talks about the beliefs that people have, people who are successful, what are their beliefs? He stated it in point form. So Nicole and I have gone a little bit through the book, through this chapter. So today we're going to just go through all the points together so that we are also able to comment, like point it out to you
Yes,
on what
give
are
our
the
own.
and give our own comments about it.
The world we live in is the world we choose to live in, whether consciously or unconsciously. Our beliefs are specific, consistent organizational approaches to perceptions. So, the first step toward excellence is to find the beliefs that guide us towards our outcome. How many of us we read or we hear these things and we actually apply it and we are like aware of it daily in our daily lives, especially when you set a goal. I think this book is good to have it and to read it and to
Change the mindset of
when you're on your path maybe to reach a goal or when you don't know how to set a goal or I mean actually even yes I just said it even if you don't have a goal or you don't know what do you want to do, but you feel like you want to do a change in your life, you want to have more success, you want to have more money, you have to have improved. I'm not saying it's the solution for everything, but yes, it gives hints and it gives
insight.
ideas about a lot of right
Yes, very true.
life
So
challenges
it
that
says, yeah. So it says that we are consciously choosing our world, right? So in this book, it says that sorry, in this chapter, it talks about we are we are the masters of our world. We are constantly choosing it. We are choosing the path. We are choosing our through our beliefs. We are choosing the path of the consciousness in our mind. So he talks about the belief that can support us in the outcome that we want. Okay. And if you do already have a belief, certain belief in your life, which you feel it's not working out for you, this could be your point form. This could be your path to try something new. So in this chapter, he said if you are open to continuous learning and open to possibilities, nothing can stop you in your way. So let's go through the first belief that Anthony Robbins speaks about. Belief number one is everything happens for a reason and a purpose, and it serves us. So a reason and a
beautiful,
purpose.
it
Yeah.
serves us.
And what reason is he talking about and what purpose? Because sometimes when we go through life, you're not only going to succeed, you're also going to fail. There are chances where you fail, there are times where you fail. So these is telling you that when you fail, it happens for a reason and because there is a purpose, and that purpose is what's serving us. You go through continuous, it takes a lot of discipline. So in here, he also mentions that it takes a lot of discipline to be able to retrace back your step. Remember, we spoke about this. Learn
Exactly.
painful lessons, mend
Mm.
fences, and take a good look at your new possibility. So in here, he's telling you, check your possibility. What is other possible ways for you to reach your goal? Anything you want to add on here, Nicole?
Actually, a thought just crossed my mind because my husband likes to say that when a situation happens to you,
Hmm.
maybe something that makes you unhappy, maybe you lost something,
Hmm.
don't think of what has been taken from you. Think of what's left for you because there is always something left for
There
you.
is. left. That's good. Yeah, it's a lesson left, I guess. So Marilyn Hamilton was another example of a woman. She was a beauty queen and she was a successful businesswoman. But at the age of 29, she fell on a rocky cliff. Like she was doing, I think she was climbing rocks and she fell.
Yes.
Then she just ended up on a wheelchair where her body, half her body was paralyzed from the waist
Right.
down. So, but then she did not let that pull her down. She kept continuing. She kept believing that she could do something else. What she ended up doing, she created a multi-million dollars, a success story by adding things to the wheelchair industry. So
Yes.
she revolutionized the wheelchair industry. So that is
Yes.
her achievement. So she helped other people who are sitting in wheelchair on how to
Through her
get
pain
wheelchair.
and through
So
her
she did not
suffering and
let
through her
her
struggle.
adversities come and stop her. She in fact went further and further. So we should learn from
It's an
Marilyn
amazing example,
Hamilton.
definitely.
So very, very good point over here. You when you see the potential in the situation, or are you the person who see potential in a situation, or do you see roadblocks? Many people tend to
Exactly.
focus on the negativity more than the positive. So this is a learning point, a learning stone, a learning step for us. Okay. Now
Yes.
let's go to the second belief. Nicole, please take over
Yeah,
the
that's just the last thing I highlighted in this paragraph about the about belief number one. I liked he mentioned that believing in in limitations, kind of believing in limitations, like setting limitations. So limitations create um, limited people. Mm.
Okay,
This is
good.
sad but true.
Limitation create limiting people. And you attract also people who are always in their limits, like always want to be limit.
Oh,
I
that's
think it's fully an energy as well if you go deeper into it. Like if you're
that's
finding
something
you
I didn't
attract
think about.
what you are. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Nick,
Belief number two, there is no failure. There are only results. I like that.
yeah,
I
it's
like that. So
very profound.
let's say you're planning to do something, I don't know, open up a business. You open the business, you tried to open the business, you failed, okay, because you maybe the business didn't go through, but there are some results. There is some experience. You gain some experience. You learn something. And again, sounds very simple. Yes, we all know that when we fail, we learn something. But it's the fact that it should always stay with us. Should stay with us in our minds in whatever we do and every day. I think this is the key because it sounds beautiful as a theory, but we all fail, let's say, when we have to actually add it to our lives.
Because he doesn't use the word failure, he uses the word results. And results can be
Result.
bad, results can be
Beautiful.
good, but they are just results. And what you earn from there, you earn an experience that this, whatever you went through, did not work. So you can go through uh, other possibilities of to achieve
Yes.
success. And there is a very, very, very good quote from Mark Twain over here. It says, "There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist." A young pessimist. Let me just describe to you what does pessimist mean. Pessimist means a person who always looks at the things in a negative point of view. So if you are a young person and you only look at things as in a negative point of view, and that's according to Mark Twain, is very sad. So when
And
you
it is.
yeah, so you always believe that failure is that's it. Like when you go through failure means that's it. That is not your way. Even though you really love what you do, but when you feel that okay, I failed something, that means this is not my thing. That is not right. If you
We give up
feel
too easily, right?
yeah,
Too
exactly,
early.
too early, try other points, try other ways. Don't feel that okay, this is my only option and I can't go through this. I can't go through this again because of this one hurdle in front of me. So
Exactly.
in here, there are many in this point, he mentions many people who have succeeded despite their age. They didn't even let their age stop them. And one of them is Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln, and
Yes. Apparently, he failed
he
a
failed
lot
many
in his
times.
life.
He lost many times. Yeah, he was fighting. I mean, he was not being selected for anything, race, congressional race, second time
Yes,
senatorial race. He just kept failing and failing and failing, but by
yes.
the end,
In
when
business,
mm,
few times.
so he didn't believe in the word failure. He believed in the word result. Failure is not something.
And you think maybe because we spoke a little bit about EQ and IQ,
Mhm.
maybe he did it naturally. Maybe he was a natural doing that. But some people, like, because we are here talking from the point of view of, um, so we are, me and you here, we're just here together to learn. So because we are on this stage, this book, we find this book excellent. Maybe we'll never be like Abraham Lincoln, okay? But because we don't know if he had a mentor, if he had,
Yeah, yeah,
if he read this type of books.
yes.
So I think
What
it's
was
possible even without, but very rare.
what was
But
the thing that
most
pushed
of
him?
people need to be educated in this sense. We
Yeah,
need to educate our minds.
exactly. I mean,
What
you
you
know what? If
think?
you have a mentor, I think things would be easier because this mentor will not let you fail. He'll tell you, go try this way, try that way. But if you're sometimes when you're alone, you feel like that's it, you know. You can't when you speak your pain to another, maybe they will likely 100% somebody will be able to help you. But if you're just sulking on your own,
Keep it for
not
yourself.
keeping it for yourself, chances are you are not going to feel that you have it in you, you know.
That's why we gather here, me and you,
So we're gathered here and we are
to support
also,
each other in learning.
and
And there
then
is
there's,
another say,
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
is it by William Shakespeare?
No. Okay. I see that as well. You can read it if you
Okay.
want.
So there's another quote by William Shakespeare who says that our doubts are traitors and
I like that.
makes us lose the good we oft might win. We often, I'm sure it's often, might win by fearing to attempt. Attempt means try. So imagine our doubts are traitors. Can you imagine that?
Yes, actually, that's strong. That's
It's crazy. It's very strong. And this should be quoted everywhere, I guess.
make a
And
note on our goals.
yeah, or yeah, on our
And then
food.
I
Yeah, carry on.
then I like another line saying that when we accumulate a lot of negative emotions, they will affect our physiology, our nervous system,
Oh,
um, our way of thinking, our
mm,
mindset, our state. Um, one
yeah.
of and he
But
also said that one of the biggest limitations or one of the biggest fears of humans is fearing fearing to fail.
feeling to fail.
Failure. How do you put that? Because I'm
Fail.
reading it in Romanian in my language and I'm trying to just
Fearing to fail. Yes, correct.
fearing to fail. Yeah.
That is
And the
really
question, what
just
would you do right now? Think, what would you do right now? What would you try if you knew you couldn't fail?
wow.
So many things, right?
That's crazy. That's the ultimate question, I guess. What would you do if you know you can't fail?
It really makes you think because actually he's right. It proves the point that yes, we don't try things because we are scared of the results. We are worried that we will fail.
Yeah. And our then that
If
that
you
is our
wouldn't
doubt.
fail, you would do so many things, right? You will try so many things because he says try. What would you try to do? Interesting. Because you see, its limitations in the end. Just
Yeah.
because we fail, we fear to fail, we don't even try.
Right. Mm.
So this is limitation. This is like you put your limitations. Like
We
you
put our
think this is you believe that this is how much you can do. This is how far you can go, and you act accordingly, right?
oh
We
God,
stay in our small bubble just because we think
we can't go further.
behind. Yeah,
Yeah.
behind
I
the
feel
walls
that
of the bubble.
sometimes we feel like, because of our age, we're like, this is my age, and I see people succeeding, people who are younger than me already success in their successful life. And I feel like that's it, I've gone through my age. But actually, if you let that age stop you, means what was supposed to come to you in this lifetime through you, you're stopping that. If you tell yourself that's it. You
I
must
agree.
always be open for opportunities, open for things new things to try. And that is also not just going to help you in yourself, it's going to help others around you. Okay.
Actually, if
uh,
you think about it, you have something they don't have. You have all these years, okay, the difference in years, where you learn things. And he's quoting Buckminster Fuller. Honestly, I haven't heard of. I'm sure he's a writer, an author. He said, whatever humanity learned throughout time, it learned through experiencing trial and error. And you learn from mistakes. How would you know that something works or it doesn't work if you don't even try it? So when
yeah,
you fail or you did a mistake, you learn. Like it's not like
yeah,
you
that's true.
learn, but at least you tried. Because actually, it's sad. It's sad that we should try more things. We should really try more things.
Yeah,
Um,
like I really
yeah.
want to go for horse riding. Like I'm like, I want to be somebody who's like,
Oh.
I really want to be
And I
someone
can see you, by the way. I can see you on a horse riding.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wish, I mean, like that. See, like I can just go and try, but I know it's really hot outside.
Yes,
Maybe
in
during the
Dubai, Anjali still lives in Dubai, and it's full of
it's full,
horse
it's like
riding schools.
sauna.
Yes, and anyone around us, I mean around you, because we used to live uh,
Yeah.
in the same building.
Mhm. So shall we jump to belief three?
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it.
Okay, I'll say belief three, whatever happens, take responsibility.
Very
Shadowing.
important. Very important. Don't blame life, don't blame others, don't blame society, don't blame the circumstances, the environment. No,
Yeah,
no, no,
take
no.
responsibility, whatever
Because
happens.
we create everything around us. That's so true.
These are all,
Choices, and
yeah. This
that's
is
all
really
about.
something that, we don't do. We always blame it on. I
Yes,
will share
because it's
you
not only
this.
individual. It's yes, it's
Yeah.
not. I agree with you. It can be at a higher level,
Higher
right?
level as well. So in here he says, taking responsibility is, in my opinion, one of the best measure of a person's power and maturity. If you're mature and you're
Wow.
power, that's wow.
Actually, I
Learning
think
point.
people don't take it serious enough.
Hmm.
I don't think they take this seriously enough. Because when you realize that whatever is happening to you, in a way or another, you created it, you made it, you manifest it, you made it come to life. Either what, you know, could be a
Yeah,
thought, could be an action you did
yeah. My God, yes.
consciously or unconsciously. Because actually, I just remember he mentioned something about conscious and unconsciously. That things they happen at this level. Yeah, it was
There
somewhere
is
in the.
there is another paragraph. There's another sentence that I would like to read, which I've highlighted. It says, if you don't believe in failure, if you know you'll achieve your outcome, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by taking responsibility. If you're in control, you'll succeed. Those who take responsibility are in power.
Yes.
Those who take
You know,
responsibility.
it makes sense because if you're empowered by taking responsibility, means that, okay, when you failed, okay, but you took responsibility for your failure, you understood that and you learn and you tried to understand what worked and what didn't work. And it means that if you created this failure, okay, you can take responsibility also for creating success because it's in your hands. So
Hmm.
I created failure. How? By doing this. I take responsibility. Oh, that means it's in my power, in my hands, to also create a better outcome. The same
Correct.
principles. Whatever you did, whatever and behavior you applied, you can do it also for
Anything
success.
else you highlighted in this point?
Yes, yeah. Just last line. It's about communication. By changing your actions, you can change your communications. Because
Communication.
remember, the first chapter it's about communication, internal communication,
Yes.
communication. What you tell yourself, how you communicate with others. So by taking responsibility,
You retain the
you
power to
can
change.
exactly what I said,
Yeah.
right?
You retain the power to change the result you
But
produce. You
I
retain the power
produced a bad result, I can also produce a good result.
result.
And we're going now to number 4, belief number 4.
Yes.
You don't have to understand everything to use everything.
Yeah.
Pause and reflect on
You don't have
that.
to understand everything to be able to use everything. Like that's because it says that they don't believe, many successful people live by another useful belief. They don't believe they have to know everything about something in order to use it. It's crazy, right? Like if you look at the story of Steve Jobs as well, he also did not understand the workings of a computer, yet he was the one who owned Apple.
Here we
Crazy.
go. This is a good reminder because I think I'm someone who think into details way too much. Like, yeah, when I have a task to do, I go into every small detail. So I
Mm.
think this is also prevents us from actually starting something new, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah, because you're overthinking, you're not starting because you feel like
Mm.
something needs to be there, something needs to be, or it has to be perfect. And you know what perfection is. We spoke about what perfection actually is. Perfection should not be, uh, a person should not be perfect to start something. Just start
No,
wherever you are. So
I know.
to know everything, to
See
wait.
what's essential?
You want to become old, you want your hair to become gray and wait until you learn every step of the way before even starting the first step. So in here, it says successful people do not do that. And it says if you study people who are in power, you'll find that they have a working knowledge about a lot of things in little quantity.
Enough to start, right?
Yeah, and enough to start. Just
Hmm.
small quantity of everything. Just know, okay, so that nobody can like fool you into that topic or into that subject.
Yeah, and I like so I found something very funny. I would like to read and
Yeah,
it
please.
says like I can bet that if you'll ask me now to explain how electricity actually works, your answer will be something between zero and very
Sketch,
brief, like something
sketchy
very
answer. Yeah, over here it
yeah,
says sketchy. Yeah.
which is true. They say successful people are very good at distinguishing between what's necessary to understand and what's not necessary.
That's
Like I
amazing.
remember when we built the house. I mean, I didn't build it with my hands, but I was in charge with building our house. I was the same, and honestly, it um, exhausted me because I was thinking so much into every type of glue that has to be used for the rocks and every type of roofing and every type of no, actually hire someone who knows the things and let
Yeah.
them do their job and trust them.
Yes.
So it was not essential for me, I guess, to learn different types of
Imagine you
adhesive
have
and
to learn how to do cement, how to put cement, how to
concrete
paint the wall,
mix.
how do you mix these two solutions together, This is something that
I
is not required.
was
You
really-
have you have people to do that for you.
yeah.
It's not required for you to do that yourself.
In the end, the conclusion is like know what's essential and what's not essential.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What is essential and what's not. Yeah, very good. Perfect.
Don't waste your time because it's also like uh, people who succeed, they are really stingy with their time. Like their time is very precious. They don't waste it unwisely, thinking about I don't know how electricity works. Just use the computer and enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life. Which brings us to our fifth point. People are your
Oh,
greatest resource. So yeah, like I was saying, hire the right people for like how Steve Jobs did. He hired the right people. He made the company work, and now it's a multi-million billion dollar company, and everyone knows Apple. It's not the fruit that they know, it's the Apple product because he knows
yeah.
how to get people to work for them.
He's giving the example of successful businesses, and
Mm-hmm.
now he's talking about in search of excellence,
Mm-hmm.
the 1 minute manager.
Yeah.
That says, yeah, without strong bonds between people, teams, like if you work with your colleagues, in general, bonds with people that you work with or help
Yeah.
you in your um, whatever you're doing, okay? Without that, um, success cannot be
Cannot be
um,
absolute.
it cannot be touched, yeah. And he's also talking about respecting people. Respect your relations, respect the people you work with. Don't manipulate, but genuinely respect them. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
this is
You haven't said
I
about the
think
Japanese
important to
factory.
distinguish between these two, right?
Sorry?
Sorry, were you saying something?
No, you haven't told the story about the Japanese people, how they treat their people. Like how do
Ah,
Yeah, please continue
I
with
haven't
that
seen that.
story.
Okay, I told you to go ahead. Next time, listen to me. Reports from the Japanese factories.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I was looking at that, but my memory sometimes is very
Oh,
short.
your memory.
Yes.
Have more elements. Good for your memory.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
We should talk about physiology. Remember, chapter 10, it's about physiology.
Okay.
Like it's good.
Let's
Yeah.
get on with
So
this
you do
chapter
it
first.
because I know you
Okay.
can be briefer than me.
All right. So in there are reports from the Japanese factory where workers and management they eat in the same cafeteria. You may think that this is a small thing, it's not a big thing, but actually it's where they mingle and then there is no division among them. And then they
Correct.
also
We
have
all
the
eat the same meals. We sit on the same chairs,
yeah,
right? We
you
share the same
interact with them.
space.
Yes. And then you also are given the input to evaluate the processes so what's happening in the factory. So everyone gets an opinion sharing platform, like you don't let people who are
Separate.
under you, like let's say you're the manager, you don't let your subordinates not say anything. They are also part of the team, so they also get a chance to say, and they also, and
Yes.
in turn they feel like, okay, I'm more respected in this company. I'm more valued in this company. So that is
Yes.
how the dynamic of Japanese factories.
Yes.
That's
It's an
why everyone,
indication. It's a good
yeah,
indication of that.
which is really really good. It's about respect. It's not about manipulation, like you already
Yeah.
said. Um,
Like treat your. He's also saying. Oh, you wanted
no,
to add
yeah,
something.
no. Treat your
Uh, treat treat your, like if you're a manager or if you own a business, treat your employees or your team as they're your partners, not just some tools. And it's true, you know,
yeah,
because you have to have a partnership with your employees or with your
yeah,
team.
exactly.
Like
A lot of us
work
still don't.
alone, not you know.
A lot of us still don't, like we still people still feel that I'm the manager, or it has to be my input and that's it, my team just needs to
It
listen to
goes
me.
as I said, and yeah,
Yeah,
everything
that is
should
the
be.
definition of boss, and the definition of a leader is where he brings his people along, he gets everyone together, gets their input,
Yeah.
listens to them. Hmm.
I didn't dive too deep into number 6, unless you want to add something about belief number 5, that people are your greatest resource. For me, I think pretty much we covered everything about that.
Yeah, I think we did already. You mentioned respect, so yeah, respect goes a long way. That's how you need to treat your subordinates, you know, working in a company together. All right.
But I want to ask you something. I think it's a fine line between respect and genuine care and trying to manipulate, but also I'm not talking manipulation in a bad sense, that kind of subtle manipulation, when you know that, okay, you have to maybe praise your employees, you have to, so I don't know, where is the line, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. I get it. But maybe it's not about manipulation. Maybe it's about, doing the right thing for them, like doing the
Knowing how to
yeah, like you
guide,
learn.
right?
Yeah, you learn. You read a guided. You read a book about how to deal with your subordinates, and you finally understand that you have to treat them with respect, even though it doesn't come second hand to you. You practice doing that, and this is a part. This is the part where you learn. This is the part where you tend to see. Then you will tend to see a bigger change in your environment, in the work environment that you are in, because I think manipulation, yes, it does go some part, it does go some way, but
Like we are
finally,
talking about well-intended manipulation, like get people to do what you want, but in a guided way, like just guide, in the sense of guide.
good point.
But I think it's very easy because actually you have to just to be honest to yourself, to say like, okay, am I trying to convince these people to perform for my benefit,
Mm-hmm.
or do I really care? Like I actually care about the human, the person in front of me. I think it's okay.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
so
I
difficult
understand
to.
what you're trying. Let me manipulate to try to get the best of that person for the job.
In that sense, yes, yes.
I think this, like, it's not said much, but I'm sure people do this. They manipulate by either giving them some extra money,
I
like
think as
whether
long as
it's,
it's done in a respectful way and
yeah,
with
I
with
guess.
good intentions, right? Like don't take that. Like as long as they don't suffer, right, from this
Yeah,
manipulation, I
yes.
think it's acceptable, no? Like the term manipulation.
It
But I think it's more
also,
like guiding towards results, right? Guiding someone's actions.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, there
I
is a
think
point that
sounds better.
there's something
Yeah.
that can be debated over there.
Yeah.
I mean, but we are now looking at the traits of successful people and how they deal with things. Um, but yeah, I think this can be debated, obviously, definitely, whether you are guiding them.
Well, I'm telling you because I might have found myself in this situation. Okay, when maybe, but I just what I thought about it. I didn't think of that it's a manipulation agenda before behind. I thought it's just like a smart way and a fair way to get the results I want from an employee, but without harming or without disrespecting or without. So maybe this word manipulation is a little bit abused, or it should
Yeah,
be
maybe
replaced
it's not
in this
manipulation. Maybe it's,
situation.
because you need to guide them as well. If they are your subordinates, like you need to guide them as well, and it's your way of guiding them and telling them. Uh, I guess so. I mean, it's a lot. It can be discussed in a many different way. It can be stretched and
Yeah,
squeezed in so
we
many
can.
ways. So yeah, that is about people. When you have people as your greatest resource, and we are speaking mostly about respect over here in this
Yeah.
point, belief. Okay,
Since
so
you're passionate about this topic.
yeah, it is about exactly about this people. This belief number 5. It's interesting, I
Yes,
think.
it is.
Okay, so belief number 6. It says work is play. Now, I think this is a little bit difficult to describe. because we should, I think it wants us to tell us, it wants us to tell us that you also can, you also can do some relaxing while being at work.
basically choose something that doesn't feel like work
Yeah.
based on a passion. Choose
Oh,
your
yeah.
work to be like, make sure your work is your passion.
I didn't get that from here, but okay, that's great. I like the way you decode this point. I'm going to read a little bit of the paragraph here. It says researchers are finding surprising things about some workaholics. There are some people who seem maniacally focused on work because they love it. It challenges
Mm.
them, it excites them, it makes their life richer. These people tend to look at work the way most of us look at play. They see it as a way to stretch themselves, to learn new things, and to explore new avenues. So,
Beautiful.
having a job that is conducive is is the key to work
Yes.
towards success.
Yeah, and I think here something that I highlighted is just the last paragraph before belief number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think maybe it's better if you read it directly in English because my book is in Romanian, as I said.
Okay, which one?
It says, here is an example. I don't think there are
Okay, okay,
prophet.
I got it.
Can you read that line?
Yes. There is another example. I don't think there are my many I don't think there are any dead end jobs. There are only
Ah,
people
dead end jobs. Okay. Oh,
uh,
nice. Nice.
there are only people who have lost the sense of possibility, people who have decided not to take responsibility, people who have
They
decided
decided.
to believe in failure. I'm not
Mm.
suggesting you to become a workaholic. I'm not suggesting you should choose to orient your world around your work, but I'm suggesting that you will enrich your world and enrich your work if you bring to it some curiosity and vitality you bring to your play. Means,
Spark, the thing, the something that, right? That
yeah.
sparks joy. How
Some
Marie Kondo said
joy, yes.
in her show.
So,
Mm.
in this case, he is also suggesting us not to just work, have your play, and introduce that same feeling of your play to your work. That's why
Oh,
he
nicely
says
put.
work is play. That's why this belief is work is play. So, you have your work and you have your play. Obviously, when you work with a different mindset. You use a different hemisphere of your brain, and you play, you use a different one. You enjoy playing more. So that
Mm.
enjoyness, bring that to your work.
Yeah, honestly, I believe that every person, every human being deserves to have a job that sparks a little bit of joy, a little bit of curiosity, touches a little bit on the creativity.
Mm-hmm.
For me, if I have a job where I don't feel creative, I cannot just follow, I'm terrible with just following something that doesn't interest me. So having a job just to have a job, it's terrible. I know it happens to so many of us because we have families. Maybe we are the only one bread earner in the family. Maybe we are a single mother. There are so many situations, but it's a little bit sad if you think about it because you spend most of your time at work, right? You
Right,
spend more
right.
time at work than maybe you spend it with your family. It's
Mm,
like that. So of course you deserve to go to a place that I'm not saying you have to, just go singing and jumping out of happiness every day because I think even any job in the world, even if you're a singer, you might have days when no, you don't feel like singing, you don't feel like performing, but you still have to do it. And don't tell me that in that moment you don't feel like tired or you feel, you're like, oh, I really don't want to do this today. I
oh,
love
yeah.
it, but not today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying there is no perfect job,
Mm,
definitely no perfect job. But what he's saying, what caught my attention, and so what I understand or I want to understand from this is that yes, like find some joy. Try to choose something that, a little bit
the
of
one that keeps
something
you
that
going.
moves you, that keeps you,
Mm,
happy.
mm,
I mean, I really respect people who have the same job all their lives. Okay. That's also a performance, in my opinion. It's a performance. Because I don't think it's easy. In my
everyone,
opinion, I don't think it's easy to work 20, 30 years in the same
hmm,
job. But
do you
I
think
admire people
everyone
who can do
should
it.
enjoy their job? Do you think job needs to be
This
enjoyed?
I don't know. This is
There are
also like,
there are jobs that is like,
I don't
you know, yeah, like you said, you're the breadwinner of your house and you have to work and you don't have much choice. But I think everyone deserves at some point or another to
that's for sure.
enjoy their job.
But also what he said that is like you limited, you stopped seeing possibilities. So in a way, he's saying like it's still in your power. The what we said earlier.
Yes.
Take responsibility. Like okay, I chose this job,
Hmm.
but is it
Yeah.
something I can do to
There
change
is
that?
there is one sentence he says, if you decide work is mere drudgery, drudgery is like you have to drag it, just
Mm.
a way to bring home a paycheck, chances are it will never be anything more. So
Oh,
you can
oh,
find
wow! How come
yeah.
I didn't
So he
highlight?
is suggesting here that you can find creative ways to do your job. It's interesting.
Yeah, so apparently if you do something that you're good at and you don't have to good at, okay, because what a lot of people can understand and what I also think about sometimes in my imagination, first I have to be very good in something and then
Yeah.
start, but how is that possible? Even because how can you be good at something if you didn't actually practice it? Because yes, you can study, you can learn, you can perfect yourself, you can go to take so many courses and classes and workshops and all these things, but only when you practice, right, you can actually, and when you have to gain experience and then you will see if if you're good or not.
Yeah.
So how can you be good at something before you even do it? um, I think yes, you should know what's your skill, what are you passionate about.
Mm.
I
I
think that's
think
important
yes, agreed. I
because
think it
apparently it attracts wealth and man. Like it. I don't know how to describe this. It flourishes. It's like blooming when it's something that you can build up on.
mm,
But if you chose a job where there is no space for creativity or for like how can you grow and how can you even grow your finances or
yeah, exactly.
promote have a promotion.
That's
So
so
yeah.
true. All right. So that
Mm.
was work is play. Now we come to point number 7, belief number 7. It says there is no abiding success without commitment. Whew.
Well, how come he left this at the end? Why he
Good
couldn't choose
point.
the
Good point.
play one, work is play at the end?
Yeah, good point actually.
I
This should
didn't
be at the end.
I didn't read through it much.
So it says here, I've highlighted some things. I've highlighted it's just another way of stating your ultimate success formula. Your outcome, model what works. Know your outcome, model what works, take action, develop the sensory acuity. Remember the word acuity? To
Yes.
know what you're getting and keep refining it until you get what you want. There is no abiding success without commitment.
If I
Means,
ask you now, you have a short-term goal and a long-term goal. Do you have that? So if you don't have to answer, like if you
I don't
ask me this
I
right
don't
now, I
have
don't think I will really.
I don't have it currently, no. I mean, I would ask you what is short term and what is long term?
I think short term, it's like, in my opinion, should be something less than 6 months. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to go gluten free. As simple as that. It's a
Okay.
goal. And
No,
long
I
term,
don't have
maybe it's like, I don't know, in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years time, you want to live somewhere else in a different country, something like that.
no, no, not really.
Because apparently, if we don't have that in mind, we cannot follow other steps. Like because every day you should say like, okay, what's something that I did today that gets me closer to my goal? Like,
Mm.
did I, instead of let's say 5 slices of bread, did I just have one?
If that's a goal, then yeah, that's
The
pretty okay.
acuity, because this is the acuity, the
I mean,
how do you call it? Sensory.
well,
Okay.
a goal, I wouldn't say, but like a dream. Yes, there are dreams.
So it's a
So
dream that means it's long term, I guess. I
yeah, I
mean,
guess it's long term, I guess. So short term, oh wow. Short term wise, I would say to have minimum stuff in my house. In the next 6 months, I would like to get rid of, keep at least two
okay.
cabinets free from
This
like
is
just for
since I
extra
know
stuff.
you.
Huh?
Joking. No, nothing,
I
nothing.
didn't hear you. I hope the audience did. They'll tell me.
Sorry, this is a little bit mean. I said this is since I know you.
Yeah, right. Like you see how difficult that should be a goal for me. See, I think everyone has different goals in life because there are some things is more
Absolutely.
difficult than another person.
Absolutely.
What is difficult for me might not be difficult for you.
Exactly. I was thinking exactly the same now. Because maybe someone can just take a trash bag and just stuff things in and just throw them. I think my husband is like that, can be like that. It's like,
Really?
please
He
go with
can
this place.
take us. Oh
But
wow.
fun fact, since we are together, I think slowly he started because now actually I'm surprised sometimes. I see things that yes, they really have to be thrown
Thrown
away
out.
because they are like worn out or and he's like, oh no, 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 keep this because maybe I was like, oh, he's
Ah,
becoming like or what?
I think
Where is my husband? What did he do to my husband?
I think I've changed my husband also. He used to be that type of person who just like throw things. Like if he doesn't need it, I'm like, but it's really still good. No, no, I don't need it. He threw away three very good shoes at one go. I'm like, why would anyone do that? I cannot. I'm like, unless the shoe spoils on me, I'm gonna wear it till it wears out. So, Nicole, back to the book. Okay. So, speaking of Michael Jackson, that he also was the what the author called overnight wonder. So he was a great talent, right? If you all know Michael Jackson, he was such a great talent because he's been entertaining since he was 5 years old. He's been working since he was 5 years old, practicing his song, perfecting his dance, as you know, the moonwalk dance that he does really nice. And he used to write his own songs. So he had some natural talent, and he also developed the
Natural
belief,
talent.
his belief
Yes.
system on that
Mm.
that that got him through many years of success, many album being successful. So that is Michael Jackson. What the author likes to use a term is whatever it takes, means work your ass off. Whatever it takes you, go for it. Means don't let this don't leave this behind. This is how somebody fosters excellence in their life.
Mm.
So Michael Jackson is a very good example in this topic. So
Yeah.
yeah, and there is one paragraph over here which says, I can almost hear some of you thinking, well, that's a big if. What if you have beliefs that don't support you? What if your beliefs are negative,
Okay.
not
Yes. I'm
positive?
getting it.
How do you
Mm.
change beliefs? You've already taken the first steps, awareness. You know what you want. The second step is action. Learning to control your internal representations, belief, and learn how to run your brain. All
Don't
right.
let your brain run you.
Yeah.
Because
So
we know
that
very well, and honestly, I really believe that. I said it a few times because I heard it from neuroscientists that the brain's job is just to keep us alive, not to perform, not to,
correct.
this is something that we have to control.
Yes. So on that, we are ending this wonderful chapter 5, which can be looked at again. There's always something to learn coming back to this chapter, this exact chapter, chapter 5. So why don't you wait for our next podcast on chapter 6? Is going to be much more interesting because it's about mastering your mind. Nicole, thank you so much
Hmm.
for accompanying me today. Nicole is my co-host and she stays currently in Romania.
Always my
Lovely to
pleasure.
have you.
Keep watching us. Let's grow together. Bye.
Yeah, let's grow together.
Bye.